Hello everyone, how is it going? I hope you all are doing well. Let us begin a new chapter. We will study chapter number 16, Sustainable Management of Natural Resources. First of all, let us have introduction of the chapter. What is sustainable? Something which is continued for a long period of time, capable of being sustained. Here, sustainable management of natural resources. What is the meaning of natural resources? They are the substances that exist in nature and is useful to mankind, like soil, air, water. So, how do we use these natural resources and cause a little damage or no damage to the environment so that it can be continued for a long period of time? Living in harmony with nature is not new to us. Sustainable living has always been an integral part of India's tradition and culture. It has been integrated with our long lasting traditions and practices. And we know the philosophy that entire natural world be in harmony, which is reflected in the famous phrase in Sanskrit, which is Vasudev Kutumbakam. That means the entire earth is one family. This phrase is mentioned in the Maha Upanishad, that is probably a part of the ancient Indian text Atharva Veda. In Standard 9, we have already learned some natural resources like soil. We have also learned about air and water. We have also learned how various components are cycled over and over again in nature. We have learned water cycle, right? Also, we learned in our previous chapters that the pollution of these resources because of some of our activities. We have learnt about air pollution, water pollution, etc. In this chapter, we will look at some of our resources and how we are using them, which means we will find the resources so as to sustain them and conserve them for future generation. We will look at our natural resources like forests, wildlife, water, coal and petroleum, and we will see what are the issues at stake in deciding how these resources are to be managed for sustainable development along with the input from our traditional practices. We all have heard or read about environmental problems. These are often global level problems across the globe, and we feel helpless to bring any change in it. But do not worry, there are international laws and regulations, and now there are also national and international organization which work towards protecting our environment. Awareness about the problems is very much important. Once people are aware, some actions can be taken for different environmental problems. You must have heard about the Ganga Action Plan. It was the action plan to clean the water of the river. This was multi-crore project and it came about in 1985. As I said you that the quality of the water was very poor. So as a part of awareness, this Ganga action plan came to clean the water of the Ganga. Not only in 1985 but in June 2014, Namami Gange program is came into action. Also, the national mission for Clean Ganga is the implementation in October 2016. So this type of various plans are used to aware people and to have sustainable management. Now, coliform is a group of bacteria. It is the name of bacteria, coliform. They are found in human intestine, whose presence in water indicates contamination by disease causing microorganisms. So if this group of bacteria coliform, if they found in water, then it indicates the contamination by disease causing microorganisms. So this coliform bacteria which are found in human intestine, if they are found in water, then it indicates that the quality of water is poor, water is contaminated. As we can see that there are some measurable factors which are used to quantify pollution or the quality of the water that we use for various activities. Some of the pollutants are harmful even when they are present in very small quantities. So it is not like that these pollutants, if they are present in more quantity, then only they are harmful. No, some of the pollutants are very harmful even if they are present in small quantity. So for that we need some equipment to measure that small quantity of pollutants. But in chapter number 2, we have learned that the pH of water, we have learned about pH scale, right? So the pH of water is something which we can easily check by universal indicator. So by using universal indicator, we can easily identify whether water is contaminated or not, whether impurities are there in the water or not. Because the pH of pure water is 7, right? It is neutral. So if it is more or less, then we can easily come to know about the impurities.